Hello, everyone. My name is Kanak Rai and welcoming you all on this webinar. And we're going to talk about one strategy which is really not that popular, but really useful and reliable. And the name is called Horizon Strategy. But before we more dive into this matter, let's just have a formal introduction between all of us. So, in case if you have not heard of me before, my name is Kanak Rai, and I'm here to how do I mention that? I'm here to let you guys demonstrate how this horizon strategy can be used. But before that, please, I would request all of you to please let me in the comment section. Is my voice properly clear for you? And can you guys see my trading screen clearly? Because these two things are really important before we proceed further. And as I can see right now, some of my friends have already joined this webinar. That's wonderful. It's good to hear. Sabi, hello, how are you? Sian, love you. Thanks, love you too, bro. Hati Khan, hi, hello, how are you? So I would be requesting, I think there are many people who are watching this webinar. Don't be shy. Come on, let's go. Let me know where you guys are from, which state, which city you guys are coming from. So I'll get to know how my brothers and sisters from OLYMP TRADE are coming from. And then, of course, we will dive right into the main matter, which is the strategy. So I think Siraj, as of now, has confirmed that he's able to hear me properly and he can see my trading screen. That's wonderful. Thank you for this confirmation. Really appreciate that. Some of my friends have joined right now. Aryan, hello. Vishnukant Shukla, hi. Nisain, hi. Teachers, hello. Wonderful to see all of you guys over here. I think we're gonna have a great time this evening. And in case if you have taken any of my webinar before, I do one thing where whoever is a new trader on the platform, sometimes they face the issue, they don't know where a particular thing is. For example, they want to make a deposit. Oh, where shall I go now? I want to request a withdrawal. Oh, what do I do now? I want to know how to use that particular indicator. What do I do now? So for those people, what I do is I go through a basic tutorial of maybe 2 or 3 minutes only to let them know what this platform interface is about and what thing they can find where exactly. So that's what I will do. And in case if you are new trader on the platform, welcoming you all. My friend Hasi is from Pakistan. Welcome you, bro. Naveen, hello. And Sunistan Himadli, hello. Hi, how are you guys? So let's begin. Right, dive into it, the matter. So if you see, this is my trading screen right now. And on the left-hand side, this is trades, market, events, and help. So whichever trade you will make, whether the trade is active or not, all the information about that particular trade you can find over here in this trade section. So right now, these are my trades, these are forex trades and all these things. So the green trade means positive, the red means as of now, they might not be that positive. So all your active trades and the trading history can be found over here. Then we can go to market. If you go to market, it basically is a shopping area where you can purchase different signals and strategies that can help you or assist you in trading. For example, if you want a risk-free trade, what to do? You can simply go to market, you can go to trading conditions over here, you'll get the option to purchase risk-free trades. Okay. After that, if you want some signals, you can find it over here. Also, like signals is there, strategies are there, indicators are there. It's all there for you guys to help you out. Okay. If there is an event on the platform, you will find the information about that, like this is happening now. So I would request and recommend all of you that please click on this one and check this out. And I'm sure you guys gonna have a great time participating in this event. Last but not the least, on this left-hand side, the help section. So whenever you want to have a conversation with the customer support, you can do that by clicking on this option. And whenever you want to learn anything about the platform in particular, whether it's deposit, it's withdraw, it's transfer, it's trading, every information in terms of text and video is available over here. So right now, if you guys see, my account is in USDT, and many of my traders have a confusion in the very beginning how to make a deposit via USDT, right? So for example, if you click on this help center thing, you will find a dialog box over here, something like this. So I will simply type USDT over here, and you will find all the articles related to USDT. For example, this is the one here. How do I deposit funds to a USDT account? So this way you can easily get an understanding and a clarification regarding how this deposit process works. So you can start using USDT like I am. Afterwards, what to do? Afterwards, if you see the center part, So whichever asset you've opened right now, you will find it over here with its rate of return and the graph. This is the trading signal icon. This is how to change the chart type icon. This is the place from which you can add strategies or indicators to your graph. And if you want to watch or view multiple graphs at one, you can do that from here also. If you have multi-account like I have, you can see all those accounts over here. You can click on this one and the list for the multiple accounts will be available for you. And if you want to talk about deposit, withdraw, transfer, or transactions, you can find all those four options over here. This is your profile section, the deposit amount which you will put, the trading duration, risk-free trade. If you want to create a pending trade, you can do that from here, the up icon, the down icon, right? So I'm hoping that this might be helping our new traders, our new friends who have just started out trading. But still, if there's something which you are still not sure of or not clear enough about, please let me know in the comments because you know what I will do. I will read your comment out loud and I will make sure this gets resolved. In the meantime, I see some of my new friends have joined right now. So Hasi Khan, he wants to know, tell us shortly about RFT, how it works. So RFT is basically an acronym of risk-free trade. It means there's no risk involved in this trade, because we want to assist you guys and motivate you guys. It's not the same bold, boring trading. We are there to make sure it gets a bit more interesting for you so you can use risk-free trade. If something is there, like, I want to take a trade here, but I'm not sure it will go profitable or not. So that place you can use your risk-free trade because even if it does not go profitable, you are using it. So not an issue on that in particular. Okay. So I hope I have addressed your question properly. Prajwel, so मेरा withdrawal request नहीं आया, please help. So in that situation, what I would be recommending is please try to contact the customer support because that's what they are for and they will make sure to address you properly. So now, let's get to the business. And the business is to talk about the horizon strategy. So this time I'm trading on USDT. And if you want to implement a strategy, you can go to this compass or A icon. If you hover your mouse over it, you will find the technical analysis section. I'll click on this one and you can search it over here or you can simply type it over here also. And you will find the horizon strategy. In case some of you are not aware about the strategy is basically a mix of two indicators and one oscillator. What are the indicators? As you can see on the screen, they are SMA and the oscillator is MACD. And like how we make notes so that we don't have to go through the entire article of a chapter again. So this webinar is basically the entire book for you about Horizon. But after that, if you want to just have a quick revision, okay, what was Horizon about exactly? That time, in that particular moment, this video and this quick description will be really helpful for you. So go through this webinar from starting to the end, and then of course you can go through these two things also. And from here, we can implement and enable the strategy on our graph. Right. So we can start now. So guys, just to clarify, why we use strategies? Because they try to depict us how the asset is behaving and based on that, we can do certain things to make a profitability. For example, what is the first thing? Let's come over here. Before I go into it, in case if these colors are not clear for you, you can come over here and change all these things with whether it's the thickness or whether it's any color. Color is okay for me. So I'm not changing the color, but I'm definitely increasing the thickness of it. Okay. So that's all up to you how you want to change and edit this one. Now, when do we start the trade, or in a very simplistic manner, when do we enter the trade? Whenever you find that your SMA5, which means the yellow thickened line, crosses SMA22, that is the point where you can enter the trade. For example, this is the one. For example, this is the one. For example, this is the one. And just to make it clear, I said you can enter. Doesn't mean you should enter. So when does the should come into the existence? So whenever you see, for example, if we take this case in particular, let me zoom in a bit. So when you see a crossing is happening in a downward direction, and at the very same moment, the MACD is also showing a down direction over here like this, you can open a trade in down direction. Let me try to give you guys some demonstration by taking trades in front of you all. As of now, there's no crossing over here. There can be one in a moment. But I think it's a great example to show you guys. I think in case if the very basic point is not clear about trading, let me clarify that. On OLYMP Trade platform, whenever you are making a trade, you are primarily trading on the trend that particular asset is following. But if you see here clearly, not much of trend is being followed as of now. So trading over here can be a bit risky and we can avoid that if you want. But of course, I am here to demonstrate about trading. My primary goal is not to make profit, but to show you how this strategy can be useful. So if there is a crossing and it support that crossing, I can open a trade. And I think I can open a trade over here because crossing has happened. So let me open a down trade. I need to thicken this one as well, I think. There is no crossing over here at the moment, so of course I'm not be trading. If you go to commodity again, no situation over here. But अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें कि check it over here in particular. So if we would have been here, then there was a crossing, which means SMA5, the yellow line was crossing SMA22 in downward direction, and this one is also showing in down direction. So it means a downward trade would have been possible to taken over here. But of course, we can see it would have been profitable as well for us. So I think this scenario over here can act as a good description regarding how this horizon strategy can be used. Okay. So let me just write this for you at the moment. Okay. So when SMA5 crosses SMA22, that is the first yes. If that is not happening, there's no point looking any further. Second point. So these 2 points primarily summarize how we can use Horizon strategy. Let's go back to trading in that case. Also, in this situation, if you see, whenever you see the candle changing a color and maintaining it, there's a great chance for you to find a reversal. And that can also be used in trading to make sure you have a profitability. For example, if you see right now, the color was changed over here and it followed a trend. The color changed over here, it followed a trend. Sometimes it might not be that prominent of a reversal, but in maximum cases, you can have a profitability because of that. So if you find at least two candles are of same color, for example, it changed color, then the other candle was also red, so you can make a trade. For example, right now it was green, this is also green, so I can make an up trade. Let's see how this one goes. How wonderful is that? So if we would have had a crossing over here, you can see SMF5 was crossing in up direction and this was also in upside, so it was supporting. It means we got a first yes over here, we got a final yes over here, and we could have opened a trade in an up direction, right? So this is how something which we can follow. And as of now, I think we have opened two trades. So let me have a look at this one. The first trade is profitable. The second trade as of now is maintained in profit. So there is a crossing. The SMA5 is in up direction. We can open an up trade. Let's see how this one goes. Guys, I hope it is clear enough for you guys. Still, in case if it's not, please let me know. So I'll try to provide more clarification about this point in particular. Here, the crossing happened. The SMA5 was crossing in up direction. I got the first yes. And this, if you see, is above the zero line. It means it supports the up direction. So I got the final yes. So two things are there. First yes and final yes. In case if this thing is clear to you guys right now, and you find some asset that are providing such entry points for us to open a trade, please feel free to mention them in the comments because I will look into it personally. And my other friends who are not having this much of clarification as of now will get much better clarification because of this. So let's help each other out and make sure at the end of this webinar, we all have a better understanding of how this horizon strategy works. I think I've opened enough trade as of now to see how they all are working. Let's see. I opened, my first trade was profitable. All these trades, let's see how they go. My second trade is profitable as of now. Let's see how the remaining three trades go for me. If they go wonderful, that's wonderful. If they does not go, I have a backup plan as well. So we'll move to the backup plan. Again, guys, just to make it clear to you guys, just because all of my trades are in profit as of now, it doesn't mean I don't have a loss. I do make profitable trades, but I also have trades which are not that profitable. And what I try to help my traders with is, even if you don't have a profitable trade, what to do to recover the money. So make sure there's a mantra which I believe that whenever you're trading, trade with logic, not with emotion. Because whenever, not just about you, for me also, whenever I have traded with emotion, I had to suffer a loss. Because it is purely mathematics, and that's what you have to do. Mathematics follow logic, it does not follow emotion. 2 plus 2 will always be 4. Irrespective of how much you motivate it, 2 plus 2 will never be 5. Okay? And as of now, the situation is I have opened 3 trades and I have opened 5 trades, although the 3 have been profitable, 2 are pending. Let's see how these 2 goes. Also, many of the traders I talk to, they have one common issue that they do over trading sometimes. Like if I am having a profitable trade, I don't want to stop. And if I'm not having a profitable trade, I feel like, yeah, let's have at least one profitable trade, then I will stop. So make sure we are using logic. As of now, if you see, I'm having profitable trades. Instead of that, I'm not increasing the amount. I will only be trading on 10 USDT only until and unless I suffer a loss. Because if that happens, then of course I will have to follow a different measure. But till that point, I will not increase that amount, and that is called moving with logic and not with emotion. Because sometimes we all can be a bit greedy in that sense and impatient, and we can be like, okay, let's just increase it to maybe 50 or 60 and then make a trade. Never, ever, ever, ever do that, guys. I cannot even tell you how important of a point this is, that make sure your emotions are always in check whenever you're making a trade. Whenever you see an entry point, try trading on that. If you don't see an entry point, do not make any trades. For example, this is the case. If you see the reversal is happening over here, so I can take a chance and open a trade in downtrend. I missed a chance over here, I believe. But if you see over here right now, the reversal was happening, but it didn't continue for long. So this just goes to shows why we say that no strategy is 100% accurate. Because if I was here, I would have opened a trade in a up direction over here because of reversal, and I would have had to suffer a loss. So that's why, irrespective of how much profit you are getting, please remember no strategy is 100% accurate, and there can be a trade which might not go profitable for you. So we have to always do risk management while we are trading. If we see this one, there's a great chance that we might find a reversal over here. So let me put a star over it so I can check this out a minute later. I went to commodity. Oh, I missed the chance over here. So one of my friend Nizei has asked a question over here, how many minutes? So just to clarify, right now if you see the time frame that I have taken is 1 minute. So whenever your time frame is 1 minute, make sure the duration is at least twice or thrice of that time frame. So if I take it 5 minutes, then I will do the trading for at least 10 minutes or more. Because that will help me to identify the trend to trade. Okay. But again, in case if for some people who might have joined a bit late, it's not clear how this strategy works. If we were here nearby the crossing, so if you see a crossing happening, which means SMA 5 is crossing SMA 22, and in this case, it was crossing in up direction, and MACD supports that. So you got a first years over here, you got the final years over here. So you could have opened a profitable, an up direction trade from here. And of course, as we can see, we would have made an easy profit. And while talking about this, I had a profitable trade on this one as well. So again, if I find a reversal over here, I can make a trade here as well. Let me see BDIX before that. Thank God we didn't make a trade, because if we did, we would have had a loss. As I said to you guys, whenever you see a point of reversal, wait for at least two candles to show the same color, and that way we can be more sure of avoiding a risk. Okay? So I can remove the star from here. Let me go to Europe Composite Index. Let's see some other assets in the meantime. So I hope, guys, this thing is providing me enough clarification about how we are using the horizon strategy. We got a first yes over here, and we got a final yes over here. As I mentioned over here right now for you guys to refer, SMA 5 crosses SMA 22, first yes. And if MACD supports the same direction, we got the final yes to open a trade. And if you can just go back maybe 7 or 8 minutes in the past, we could have opened a profitable trade over here in the up direction. Now, if you see right now, its reversal is happening. So I can open a down trade. Let's see how this one goes. I guess I'm a bit late in this case, because if I was here something, I could have made a profitable trade, but let's not an issue. We'll try to learn from the mistake that we make, and oh, wonderful opportunity over here. If you see, SMF 5 is about to cross it in downward direction. If that happens, I can open a trade over here. Dishan has joined us now. Hello, Dishan. How are you? And Om Prakash has asked a question how referral works. So for that, I would be recommending that you try to contact the customer support, because they are well equipped with information to provide you about how referral actually works and how you can use it for your betterment. Okay? How about that? Hasi, it's time for iftar. See you later. Not an issue. Please have a great time celebrating your culture, and I hope you enjoy this thing also. Now let's go to gold. As you can see right now, this one candle was green, this other was green. If we were here, I could have opened a profitable trade. Not an issue. We missed the chance, but of course, there was a chance for us to open a positive trade. That's why, guys, I don't want you all to miss a great entry point to open a trade. So make sure that whenever you see, okay, there's a potential for having a great entry point for me, always star that, and that way you can never miss it, and you can increase the profitability of your account. Not a chance over here anytime soon. Not a chance over here as well. Not a chance at all over here on Euro USD at the moment. But let's see on some other assets. By the way, guys, did you guys find any assets on which you feel we can open a trade, taking into consideration the horizon strategy? If yes, please let me know in the comments, so I can show it to other people as well who might not have achieved that much of clarification as of now about this strategy. Again, a pro tip for you all: in case if you see these two lines going this close nearby, try avoid try to avoid trading on that asset for that particular moment. Okay. And unfortunately, we had a trade which was not profitable. So, whenever you find that your trade is not getting profitable, many people know the next step, that you have to double down. But what if you don't have enough amount to double it? So that is why make sure your base amount, which in my case was 10 USDT, is so that whenever you double it, so at least your account balance, your entire account balance can support that. For example, if your account balance is just 150 or 200 USDT, then make sure that we start from a very humble beginning, that we have a humble beginning of maybe 2 USDT or 3 USDT. So even if we have 3 or 4 consecutive losses, we can still cope up with that. Okay. So considering I didn't had a profitable trade, what I will do, I will open a trade for 20 USDT and will try to recover that. If this will be green, then I can open a trade because of a reversal. But let's see how this one goes. The green is quite less, so it's not making a trend in particular. So let's wait for some time because it's showing red right now. Om Prakash is asking how to open OLYMP Trade in laptop. So you can open a Chrome browser and you can copy this link, olymptrade.com. And that way, after logging in, you can open OLYMP Trade in your laptop. Okay. Here, we can open an uptrade. Why? Because if we zoom in a bit to show you guys, the SMF pipeline is crossing in an up direction, and this is in up direction too. So this is a chance for us to open a trade to see how this one goes. And since I've opened a trade to 20 USDT, I'll go back to my base amount, which was 10 USDT. I hope it's clear for you all why I've opened a trade over here, because a reversal was happening and I saw two candles of the same color. So there's a great chance that reversal will continue and I can have a profitable trade in this case. Like you can see over this case. The two candles are of same color that can help in profitability. And it looks like, unfortunately, this trade will not go profitable for me. And in case if that happens, I will have to double this amount. So now I hope this helps you to understand why we need to start small. So make sure if your account balance is not more than 200 USDT or USD for that matter, try to trade for 2 or 3 USDT only, because that way even 4 or 5 trades does not go profitable, you can support that. So there's a chance of reversal on commodity, and it can take a minute or two to confirm. Let's see how this one goes, but we will not open a trade right now. We have to wait for at least two candles to see how this goes. And unfortunately, the 20 USDT trade was not profitable as well. So what to do now? 40. But again, guys, it's not just about doubling the amount, it's also about being more cautious with as soon as the amount increases. Because when I was doing trading over here, only 10 USDT were at risk. When I was trading over here, only 20 USDT were at risk. But when I'm trading over here right now, my 40 USDT amount will be at risk, and that's a huge amount. So make sure it's not just about increasing the amount, it's also about being more and more careful with every passing step. For example, if there is a crossing over here, I can open a downward trade. So let me put a star on it to check it later on. See, we had a green, but there it became red. So of course, it's not a good chance for us to open a trade over here. We can remove the star. We can have a great chance on BDIX. Our last trade was on BDIX only. See, we opened a trade over here and we had a profitability like this. We can see Euro USD as well to see how this one performs. And let's see how this one goes. Let's wait for this candle to get over to see how whether we can open a trade here or not. Unfortunately, after opening a trade, it went in the reverse direction entirely. But let's hope for the best and prepare for the best. But in the meantime, I'll be back to 10 USDT again. So make sure, because sometimes what happened is that during the webinar also, there's a proof for that I made a mistake, that I opened a 40 USDT trade to recover this amount, but the next trade also I opened 40 only. And that is something which I would recommend that we should avoid making. Okay. So make sure as soon as you open a trade to recover the previous trade, which didn't go profitable, you go back to your base amount again, which in my case was 10 USDT. Right? Since two candles are in green color, so I'll open a up trade over here, because for the next 15 seconds it was maintaining. Let's see how this one goes. If you see, we open a down trade here because of crossing, and I told you that unfortunately no strategy in the world is 100% profitable. And I think this is a very good example of that. It had changed thereafter, and we shouldn't have opened a trade. But of course, as if you go by the signal, we should have. And this is a lesson for us. Guys, I hope this four losses of 10, 20, and 40 helps you guys, that it's not simply about doubling the amount, it is to make sure that we are using the amount in a right manner. Because if you keep doubling it entirely, your account balance will run out, and then what to do? At that time, you will have a major loss that you would have suffered. So make sure as soon as the amount increases, your responsibility to use that amount wisely increases too, because that is really, really, really important. Okay? Sabir is saying that hope we will recover all two losses. I'll try. I'll try. All we can do is try and use the logic. Let's see how it goes. As of now, there is a crossing happening, and I can open a down trade. Unfortunately, this trade of mine will be lost. So in that case, I'll have to open a 180 USD trade, but also 120 to recover this one. And sometimes what people do is that to recover the 80 and for the 20, what they do is they club it together and open a 100 USD trade. Guys, please don't do that thing. That thing is something which I would definitely do not recommend you all. Okay, work separately. Open a trade to recover this. Open a trade to recover this. That way, you can maintain the profit. So this is the chance of a good reversal for me. Let's see how this one goes. And if it goes good, I can open up a trade over here. If the second candle is in same color, wait for at least 15 seconds. So after 45 also it is green, I can open a trade. Like right now, what I will do is I'll open a trade and then we'll see how this one goes. And then next I have to open for 20 now. So coming back to 20. We missed a good reversal over here. Sabir has recommended me GBP USD. I did open a trade here. Thanks for recommending it, but I guess I went in opposite direction. See, we opened a trade based on that, but unfortunately, again, it didn't go profitable and it didn't go up here. So, so guys, even if this one goes loss, I can open a 40 over here agar I find a reversal point over here. And what is a reversal point? It means if the green continues for two candles. So one candle has been green. If the other one goes 15 seconds or more, I can open a trade over here. And unfortunately, my 80 also went in loss. Any other recommendation from you guys, please let me know so that we can try that one as well. Okay. And just so you know, this 80 was basically for this one, my 20 is still in loss. So I have to open one trade for 40 as well. There's a great point for reversal for me over here. And if that comes, I can open a trade. But let's see. It's going in green. But if the crossing happens, I can open a trade in green. So this is on Asia Composite. I have a great chance of having a profitable trade. Let's wait for a second over here and see if the crossing happens. Because if that happens, I can open a trade. But guys, again, as I said in the very beginning of our webinar, that my prime focus here is not to earn profit, but to make sure that I provide enough demonstration for you all to see how to use this strategy. So even right now, if it's not clear regarding how it can be used, how it's supposed to be used, please feel free to let me know. So I try to help you out. Okay. And if you saw crossing happen, it means we got the first yes. It is showing the support in same direction. So I got the second yes. I opened a trade and it is going profitable as of now. Let's see how this one goes. And whatever losses we had so far, I think we have recovered most of it through this trade when we had a profit of 131 USDT. So now, if you see what happened exactly. So guys, if you see, I opened a trade of 10 USDT. It didn't go profitable for me. Then I opened 20, doubling the amount, it didn't go profitable too. I opened 40, it didn't go profitable as well. I opened 80, it didn't go profitable as well. Then I had to open 160 eventually. And that's how this Martingale principle actually works. But again, for that, you need to have enough balance which can support all these things. It means 160 plus 40, 200, 200, 300. So basically, if you have 310 USDT amount only, then you can do this thing. Otherwise, we might not be able to even execute this. So make sure that whenever you are trading, you trade with a base amount which is really small. So in case if 5 consecutive trade does not go profitable, you can still manage to recover the amount. Okay. And with that point, what we had, we recovered the loss of this amount as well over here. So as of now, the great thing is that we are still in profit. That's wonderful. But please, guys, I just got a recommendation of Mahajanta. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I would really appreciate this from your end. I would recommend and request all of you guys, please feel free to comment over here about any asset which you feel we can trade on. So that way it can confirm whether your clarification is right or not. And if it's right, it will help other people to get more clarification as well. Okay. So right now crossing happened. I can go back to 10 again because all my losses are recovered now. So I'll start with a very basic amount. I think it's done. We can remove the star. As of now, I'm not able to find a clear-cut signal where we can take a trade. But let's keep trying. Let's keep searching. That's a great point for us. If a reversal happens, and unfortunately, it's not happening. But if it happens, we can take a trade over here. So let me put a star. As of now, there's nothing happening. So we can remove this one. I think there was a signal on any of the stars that I put. So we can open a down trade here. I hope the clarification is there, guys. The SMA5 crossed SMA22 in downward direction, and the MACD was supporting the downward direction too. So we got the first yes over here, we got the final yes over here, and I opened a trade in down direction. As simple as that. We can remove the star. If a reversal happens over here, and it's happening, it's red in both colors, so I can open a down trade. Let's see how this one goes. We can remove a star from here as well. Ah, there's no signal. It's okay. We have, in case if there's a reversal, we can do it from here. That's a wonderful thing because right now the candle has just begun. It's 10 seconds, the candle is showing the opposite color. It means the reversal can start from here. After this candle is red and the other candle also shows that for the next 10-15 seconds, we can open a trade. That is a great chance for us to open a trade. Okay. Like this is like, if we would have been here right now and this trade was green, and after maybe 10 or 15 seconds into the candle, this was also green, we could have opened a trade over here and we would have had a profitability. The same thing we can apply in Asia Composite Index. As of now, we don't have much signals right now. But that's the thing, guys. When I'm not finding any signal, I'm not doing any unnecessary trading. I think that's something which I would recommend you all to follow. That makes that our point is not to open n number of trades. Our point is to open maximum profitable trades. And for that, only open trades when you're sure and not out of any desperation whatsoever. Okay. Hi, Kareem. Oh, that's wonderful. You're from Egypt. I think we are almost at the end of the webinar. So, just in case if something is still not clear for any one of you guys, please don't shy away from commenting and letting me know so I can try to explain this thing again for you all. Okay? So please make sure that you use it, and when you find a correct entry point, a correct signal, only then you open a trade. Otherwise, have patience, be patient, and try different assets because there's a list of assets. So it's not like you have only two or three options to choose from, right? So make sure about it. And as we see right now, luckily the great thing is that most of the trades have been profitable, and wherever we had suffered a bit of loss, we have recovered that amount too. So, guys, any question, any doubt, please ask me. Vipin is asking me to suggest him a best book. Can you please tell me which, like, you want a book about which topic exactly? Hi, Kit is asking me where are you from? So the thing is, I'm from India. Where are you from, Kit? Kareem is asking me the lowest amount I can work with is the capital management. Sabir, I'm really sorry, but is it possible for you to repeat the question again? What question exactly you want to ask me so I can help you out based on that? RK is asking, let's trade. Wonderful. I think, of course, we should start trade, but let's be conscious while trading also because you are at the end investing your money and money is earned really hard ways. Make sure that we give it proper respect. Vipin, thanks for clarifying. You want to know the best book about trading pattern. The thing is, I actually don't refer to books. I try to trade and try to trade with experience. So, in case if you want to know about trading patterns and you have the advanced or expert status, you can talk to your manager and he can help you out directly by showing live trading in front of you. And I believe that can help you much better than any book can ever can. Okay, so try that thing. Sabir is asking exclusive trading signals club. What is it exactly? So, can you please help me with more clarification regarding where exactly have you found this terminology? Well, I've been working for a couple of years, Kit. I've been working for a couple of years for OLYMP TRADE. Nikhil, the webinar is about to end, so that's why I thought I'll just have a conversation with you guys for a moment, and then of course we all can go to our respective places and continue our work. And hopefully, the webinar, the attempt that I made was helpful enough for you guys to develop understanding regarding how this horizon strategy can be used. Well, I believe with this note, we can take leave. So I'll wish you guys farewell from my end. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and all the best for trading. And always, guys, be conscious of the amount which you're using in trading because that can really make a huge amount of difference for you. Okay. So in that case, take care, bye bye, and all the best.